violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Here, a man is now in jail after police say he tied up an 88-year-old woman, threatened her life. It happened in the middle of the day in a Brookhaven neighborhood.
They getting bolder and bolder. And this man's head looks like a boulder, okay? But makes no sense, okay? You're tying up an 88-year-old woman, threatening her life. Buddy probably tried to rob her. They're preying on the weak, the innocent in Atlanta. It's got to stop. These super gremlins are on demon time.
A shocking situation. Channel 2's Justin Wilfon is live tonight. And Justin, somehow that woman broke free, was able to get to a neighbor to call 911.
Yeah, and we talked with that neighbor here in this Brookhaven neighborhood today, Linda. He says she banged on his door around lunchtime yesterday, frantic, and he was happy he was home to help her. Now tonight, police say the woman is recovering and doing fairly well, partly because this man is now in jail.
Wow, so she got away. And, you know, I'm glad she's doing better because he's in jail, but he might get bail. And that rhymed. That was a bar. He might get bail, okay? They letting folks out in Atlanta, people who shouldn't be out. You know, it's sad, but there's going to be more. There's going to be more people to follow up and do the same crazy stuff. Because this is how the city is in utter chaos right now. It's brewing, it's slight, it's almost, I mean, I can't even say it's almost in your face. It's in your face. You got the water boys hitting licks. They tried to clean them up off the exits, but they're still there. Okay. A lot of homeless. A lot of shady, dusty activities going on.
Police say this is the man, 36-year-old Antavius Bailey of Conyers, who robbed the woman and then threatened her life. Brookhaven police telling us he followed her home into this Brookhaven neighborhood after spotting her at a nearby grocery store. He then broke into her home.
Wow. We heard about these follow home robberies. They've been doing them in LA. I covered a story where they did one in, I think it was from Philly to New Jersey. The one when the guy was leaving the casino. I mean, it is getting rough out here. But the good thing is this woman got away. Obviously, this super gremlin is no Boy Scout. He doesn't know how to tie a knot. And, you know, we got to praise God for the ignorance of the super gremlin on demon time.
Home, robbed her at gunpoint and tied her up. She somehow broke free, got to the neighbor's house to call 911, and told the neighbor what she'd been through.
Was to her face. She got tied up, put in the back bedroom, and essentially just, it was a nightmare scenario.
Wow, look who saved her. Look who saved her. That's crazy, yo.
For sure, and police say the woman had her phone stolen by that man, also her debit cards. The suspect then tried to use those debit cards in Buckhead, and police say that's how they ultimately caught him. That part of the story on WSB tonight at 11. For now, reporting live in Brookhaven tonight, Justin Wilfon, Channel 2 Action News.
Breaking news. A very busy shopping district is the center of an investigation after a police shooting. It's all unfolding in the Madison Yards development off of Memorial Drive in southeast Atlanta. This area has seen tremendous growth over the past couple of years, and Channel 2's Brian Mims is there live today. Brian, many witnesses this time of the day.
Of course, because this is such a busy shopping and residential area in southeast Atlanta. Crime scene tape and investigators are still on the scene here. This call came in around 12:45 this afternoon involving a worker in a U-Haul truck you see back there on the hill. Atlanta police say officers received a call about a dispute involving that mover. The call came from the person who had hired this moving help. It is unclear what the dispute was about, but an officer arrived to find the mover sitting in the passenger seat of this U-Haul truck. The driver was behind the wheel. Police say he began talking with the man in the passenger seat, and that's when a scuffle broke out between the worker and the Atlanta police officer.
Wow. So the worker got the hooking with the police. This story's all over the place. Got a U-Haul, movers, the guy who hired the movers. They were all getting in to fights, and what do you know? Got crime scene tape hours later, blocking the area off. This is the A, y'all.
The male then proceeded to get out of the U-Haul truck. He was armed with a weapon. There was a physical altercation. The officer was able to disengage himself and shot at least one round.
Wow. So this officer clapped. This man was willing to... What is wrong with these dudes, bro? You finna buck on an officer for what reason? It's like these super gremlins are programmed to have an attitude with any form of authority. It's not just police. Jeez.
Did see the first cop just kind of like telling the guy to get on the ground, and then another cop car came maybe about 5 minutes after, and then shortly after I heard an ambulance. So all within about 20 minutes.
The officer, whose name has not been released, was not injured. The man who was shot went to Grady Hospital in critical condition. That man is in critical condition. Police say he did have a gun and is a convicted felon. They have...
There you go.
Not said where on his body he was shot, and they have not given details, not given any specifics about what prompted the call, only that there was some dispute involving that mover. Investigation ongoing, still lots of officers on the scene. Reporting live in Southeast Atlanta, Brian Mims, Channel 2 Action News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
East Point. New at 5, East Point police say they need the public's help solving a murder after an 18-year-old was shot and killed in April. As of now, whoever killed 18-year-old Jamarius Dubose is still on the run.
Fox 5's Eric Perry is live for us outside East Point Police headquarters tonight. Eric, you spoke with that victim's mother.
Yeah, Tom, Courtney, a tough conversation. This mother says it's one type of unimaginable pain, just losing a child, but it's another type of pain when you don't even know who's responsible for it.
I need answers for everything that happened to my child. He did not live the way he died.
It's been over 3 months since Iris Dubose lost her son, Jamarius.
This is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. I don't even know how I'm still sitting here breathing. This is the worst, and I don't wish this pain on nobody.
Yeah, I mean, I feel her. And y'all already know what policy is in effect. Let me know if y'all know in the chat. You guessed it. You guessed it. The no snitch policy is in full effect. So the people who did this to this young man, I mean, it's unlikely that they get found on this round, okay? Now they're gonna obviously get in more trouble because they're not gonna stop here. It's not like, oh, we got a free body, now we're gonna stop. You know, we're up on our luck. I mean, obviously it's not a good thing, but I'm just telling you how they're thinking about it. Okay? We're up on our luck, so we're gonna stop here. No, we're not gonna stop. So they'll probably get caught on something else. That's why a lot of times, like, I don't bat an eye when I see dudes getting football numbers, because I know what a lot of dudes have done and got away with. These super gremlins are on demon time.
The 18-year-old was shot and killed April 30th near the Prosper Point town.
All right, now we got to hold the young man accountable. What was that he was throwing up? Let's go back.
Homes on Scott Circle.
This is the worst, and I don't wish this pain on nobody.
I mean, I guess this is a universal sign. Let me know if y'all recognize this hand sign. I don't know. Giving them the benefit of the doubt. Let's keep it pushing.
The 18-year-old was shot and killed April 30th near the Prosper Point townhomes on Scott Circle in East Point.
A friend came over to the house to pick him up, and from there, he didn't come back, but I believe they was involved in some type of drug deal gone bad.
East Point police confirmed they are investigating, but they need help from those in the area who might know something.
That is the worst thing in the world to deal with, because I know that somebody saw something, somebody knows something.
This grieving mother is also pushing for answers with police.
They were just telling me that they're working on it, but how do I know you're working on it? Like, you
look, they're doing all that they can. Y'all sisters have been begging for them to defund the police, you know, and it's sad, but Buddy, you know, he got caught slipping. Maybe he didn't want to give it up. Maybe he did. He got caught slipping. He ain't have it on him, or he didn't pull it fast enough. I mean, that's the game, honestly. That's the game. So, unfortunately, you know, it's, you know, he passes away, but, like, at the same time, like, you involved in the street, you kind of know what comes with it. And I know it could be an honest, oh, I'm just here to pick up a gram or something like that. I get that. Maybe he was the one, you know, slinging in Dyson. Who knows? But if you doing that, bro, you better have that thing on you. You better be ready. It's me or you at that point.
We have not called to advise where you are with the case.
We were there as she was able to talk with someone face to face, hopefully one step closer to answers.
He stood for love. He stood for peace.
My man, hopefully, you know, it's sad because, bro, pull your pants up for one. You know, it's not a good look. To me, it seems like he was probably very heavily involved in whatever they had going on. Doesn't justify the fact that he was killed, but even more so now the street code is going into effect. So it's going to be even harder to figure out who did this, because, you know, his whole the way that he lived, like she said earlier, he didn't live the way that he died. I can't really agree with that. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. You're in the streets, you're giving out that persona. It would be different if, you know, we had seen him in another light. They used some better pictures. But my man is continually in street clothes, throwing up ambiguous drugs or gang signs. I mean, I'm not trying to judge a book by its cover, but if it walks like a duck.
He stood for respect.
As the police work to figure out what happened and who's responsible, this mother says she's in the fight to win.
Okay. So that, I mean, that's the best picture that they could have. It looks like he might have been at a funeral home or a cemetery, But that's the only picture she should have gave them, for real. That's the only picture that she should have gave. Honestly, like, y'all gotta chill. Y'all giving away too many pictures, because now we can read into the story, and it's not looking good for my boy. Like I said, if it walks like a super gremlin, talks like a super gremlin, it's a super gremlin on demon time.
I cry every day. I'll never stop crying. I'll never get over this hurt and this pain, and I just want justice for my child. I'm not gonna stop until I get justice for my child. He deserved that.
Yeah, and if you know anything, come forward to police. Of course, you can remain anonymous. This mom in a club that no parent wants to be in, and that's losing a child to gun violence. Her message to the community coming up when you join us in the next hour at 6. At the East Point Police Headquarters, I'm Eric Perry, Fox 5 News.
Your heart just goes out to that mother. Eric, thanks.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.